Hey, welcome back, and thanks for watching the Cypress Sports Show, brought to you by Coach's Corner, your go-to spot before and after the game. I'm Jeff Russell, here as always with Mark Slevcove. Today, we're going to talk with our CIF wrestlers, Tyler Thienggern and Vida Beckel, get an update on games and events, talk to some more staff and athletes, and our Subs and Grubs segment, How Well Do You Know? Before we get to the wrestlers, let's get an update on what's going on with the spring sports, any schedule changes, and the end of that winter season. Pretty exciting stuff. So what do we got, Coach?
Very exciting last week. So let's start off by finishing off our winter sports. Vida Beckel, our girls wrestler that went to state, almost went all the way. She defeated the number one seed in an upset in her opening round and then proceeded to make it all the way to the final match. Unfortunately, she lost in the state championship match to finish second in all of the state of California. Congratulations, Vida, Coach Norris, Coach Lundberg, on an exceptional performance. In fact, the best performance of any Cypress wrestler in school history. Congratulations. CIF cheer and song, both competitive cheer and song teams finished their competitive season at the USA Nationals in Anaheim this last weekend. While the cheer team didn't finish like they expected, our song team finished in third place. Congratulations on a strong performance and season by our teams. And now on to spring sports. Our baseball team traveled to Arizona last week for a PBR tournament to take on some of the best competition from around the country. The team went 2-1, playing teams from Arizona, Florida, and Alabama. This week, after some adjustments due to the weather in terms of schedule, the team takes on the number one team in the county and in Max Preps, the number one team in the country, J. Sarah, twice. Both games at J. Sarah on Thursday and Friday. The softball team tied Cal High from Whittier last week in their only contest 6-6. And this weekend, the girls are scheduled to play in the Timberwolf Classic at Bill Barber Park. Good luck, Coach Thompson and all the girls out there. And boys volleyball, our team competed and opened their season in the Foothill Tournament last weekend. The boys finished second in their pool and then beat Dana Hills, but lost to Orange Lutheran in the knockout rounds. This Thursday, the boys take on St. Anthony at home for their first home contest. On the swim side, boys and girls swim team will open their season this Thursday in a meet at Buena Park. And track and field team opened up league competition at Tustin on Thursday. That was supposed to be a Cypress home match or home meet. It got moved over to Tustin because of their all-weather surfaces. Our team has had 2 competitions so far in preparation for our dual meets. Good luck, Coach Iman, and the whole 170 athletes out there competing. The boys golf team opened their season this week with a home-and-home series against Diamond Bar. Boys lost on Tuesday by 5 strokes, but we'll head out to Diamond Bar on Thursday for a rematch. And in boys tennis, they're currently 4-0 on the season after defeating Cerritos on Tuesday, and they still have matches against El Dorado and Orange Lutheran this week. Badminton opened up their season with a tight 11-10 victory over Fountain Valley on Tuesday. We are rolling. We got a lot of sports, a lot of athletes out there getting their season started, making adjustments and figuring ways despite all the rain and weather.
Yeah, totally. A lot of good stuff for sure as we get going into the spring. Definitely check those schedules for the most up-to-date information. We got a lot of changes going on because of the rain and a lot of wind and things like that. So check those out before you head out, obviously. And this week, we are back at it, full swing, full episode. We're going to be checking in with some athletes and staff in our Subs and Grubs segment. How well do you know? This week, it's how well do you know spring sports? Here's what they had to say.
All right, we're here with Miss Monera volleyball coach Alex Griffiths, softball player, senior Darren Stamper, assistant principal Mr. Tenorio. We want to know how well you know our spring sports. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, which spring sports have a raised net?
Is volleyball? Volleyball. Men's volleyball. Boys
Sports.
volleyball.
Which spring sports?
And badminton.
Softball, baseball, and basketball. You have a net, right?
Badminton and boys volleyball.
Which spring sports have
Oh.
relays?
Track. Swim. Track and field.
Track.
Track and swim.
What spring sport drives for show?
Drives for show. Golf. Drives for show. Golf.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Tiger Woods,
Oh, golf. Golf.
Golf. Boys golf.
you're on fire. Which spring sports don't play with the ball?
Track. Is there a ball? That thing that they throw, is that a ball? That could be a ball. But I'm gonna say track. Swim. Yes. No ball in swim.
Don't play with the ball?
Mm-hmm.
Track.
And?
And
Track and field.
is swim? Swim sport?
Yeah, swim is a sport.
Swim. Swim.
Which spring sports don't play with the ball? Swim. Badminton.
Which spring sport battles from 60 feet 6 inches?
Oh my god. Baseball. Softball? Volleyball.
Does battles
Huh?
track?
How far's the pitching mound in softball?
Oh, softball and baseball.
That's gonna be the mound, right?
That's
Baseball
right.
mound.
There you go. How about this one? Which spring sports have birdies?
Golf. I know that one. And tennis? But tennis. Badminton.
And?
Birds on the softball field.
Oh, golf.
Badminton and boys golf.
Which spring sports have rackets?
Well, tennis? Yeah. Badminton, yes. Okay. Badminton and tennis.
Tennis
And?
and badminton.
Badminton,
Sports?
sports, and boys tennis.
Finally.
All right, couple more. Which spring sport plays with the heaviest ball?
That thing in track that I said that they throw. Yes. I'm gonna stick with boys volleyball.
Plays with the heaviest. Track. Don't they have shot put? Yeah.
Shot put, track.
All right, and last one. Which sports play on diamonds?
Baseball. Shine like a diamond. Yes. Softball, baseball.
Baseball and softball.
That was an easy one for you.
Oh, the girls softball, boys baseball.
All right, well, awesome. Always good responses. I mean, who doesn't like Miss Monera? I mean, she's always entertaining when she's on the show. Well, this week we are super excited to welcome CIF champion Tyler Thienggern and CIF runner-up from the state championships, Vida Beckel, to the program. Thanks for having you guys.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, Vida, you're like a regular here now on the show. I mean, you've been here a couple interviews. How well do you know? You feel special?
Yeah, it makes me feel good. Good enough to run this thing.
Really?
I'm Vida Beckel. I'm here with Athletic Directors Mr. Slevcove and Mr. Russell.
Wow. You want to ask questions or just intro?
Just intro.
All right. I like it. All right. Well, we'll get back to you. Let's jump over to Tyler. Tyler, your first time. She's a pro. Been on a bunch of times. Your first time on the show. We'll start with something really easy. I mean, Subs and Grubs is one of our sponsors. Sandwich Spot. What's your favorite sandwich?
Honestly, my favorite sandwich is like a simple like chicken BLT. Something easy, something light, something simple.
Any like mayonnaise?
No, I'm not a big sauce guy.
Nothing. Just
No, I
flat.
like all my sandwiches dry.
For sure.
For sure.
Oh, sure. Yeah. A little lettuce, tomato.
Yeah, just a little bit. That's basically.
Shredded lettuce or like the big pieces?
I like big, thick chunks of lettuce. I don't
Really?
know if any of you guys like that, but I don't like shredded lettuce in sandwiches.
No, I'm a shredded guy.
Really?
All right, well, let's get to the good stuff. You had a great year this year. Ended up Empire League Championship, pinning all of your opponents in the CIF on your way to the 152 Northern Division Champion. How hard was that route all the way from, ending our league all the way to that championship match?
Honestly, it wasn't too difficult. Empire League itself was very fun. It was a good experience. It was a good warm up for CIF. CIF, the first couple rounds were pretty difficult, and then of course the stress of the finals was that was probably the most difficult part. But the finals themselves was a fun experience. It was a pretty easy time.
Nice.
All right, so getting to CIF, not only did you win your individual title at 152, but you pinned your opponents, and that last pin to secure your individual title also secured a runner-up for our team. Talk about the experience from the team aspect in the CIF competition.
It definitely felt well-deserved. The team worked really hard together to earn that CIF runner-up title. The pin itself, I think Coach said it itself. I think it was on OC Sports Weekly. Like, it captured the title for us. We beat Yorba Linda. That felt pretty good. They've been kind of like our rivals at certain tournaments, but it was overall like a really good team effort, and it just felt good to have the team earn that.
What was your best move, the best moment in any of your matches in CIF? Was there one move you used consistently, or to pin guys? What was it?
I ended up using the same move in the quarterfinal and the final of CIF, where I got a single leg and I cradled it in the air. It was just a really cool highlight move, and it just happened to work those 2 times.
What was the quickest pin?
I think it was in the quarterfinals. It was 10 seconds.
10 seconds?
Yeah, I picked up his leg, grabbed his head, and put him on his back.
Wow. Is that the quickest one you've ever had?
No, I've definitely had some quicker, but that was the best one at CIF that weekend.
10 seconds. What about you? Quicker? 10 seconds? That's pretty fast.
I feel like you had quicker.
No, probably 15.
15? Wow. I mean, that's still 10, 15 seconds. Pretty fast to get somebody down on their back.
Vida likes to let her opponents think they have a chance.
Right. Just give them like a little bit of hope and then take them down. Well, Coach Lundberg talks highly of you, your hard work in the classroom and on the mat. How has wrestling, Coach Lundberg, helped you as a person and a student?
Honestly, I think like wrestling is probably one of the hardest things a person can do. So when I'm doing something hard in the classroom, I just like really look at myself and say, would I rather do 20 sprints and 20 double legs or this 10-question math practice sheet? So it's just really easy to compare the two and say which one I'd rather do. And it just makes life look a little bit easier.
Nice.
All right, let's turn over to Vida. Great accomplishment the last few weeks, not only going farther than any girl wrestler has gone in Cypress history, but any boy wrestler as well. So anyone in the history of Cypress High School, you've gone the farthest. I think Paul Yu was the best boy, 2012, third place, and now you have topped him at second place in finals. How was that experience in the state championship in Bakersfield?
It was pretty exciting, I'm not gonna lie. It's I've been in Spotlight Finals matches before, but this was on a whole nother level. They made everybody leave the arena, so after semis, we left, went to go get some food, and then went back to the hotel, rested up, did some homework, and came back. 2 mats in the middle, the CIF mats. You're in the corner in like the tunnel for you to come out. They said your name and you had a spotlight while you were walking to it was pretty cool. Definitely topped all my experiences with Spotlight Finals matches.
And they get a great crowd for state finals, right, in Bakersfield?
Yeah, you could hear everybody. And I can't really hear when I have my headgear on. I had my headgear walking onto the chute, and I could hear everybody.
Is there more nervousness, or is it more excitement, or a combination? How do you channel that into your match?
Maybe a combination. Maybe more excitement because it's my last high school career match with Coach Norris and Coach Mata in my corner. I channeled it the way, how to put this? I was just excited to be there with anybody. I had a great opponent, Leilani from Clovis, really nice person, amazing wrestler. Yeah, it was just an overall great experience.
Now, you got a pin in the semis, right?
No.
A pin to get to the semis, right? You pinned to get to the semis. Then you won in the semis 6-2.
6-2.
And then when you got them, how did that experience in the state championship compare to like CIF championship, which you participated? Similar, different with that spotlight aspect, or?
Was this like semis like?
So for like the state tournament, how did that compare to the CIF tournament? The spotlight part obviously is different. The crowd, is the wrestling portion is different. How they set it up. I know Coach Lumber was talking about the way they seed and do things, maybe just a little bit different.
Seeding was definitely different. I was seeded number 32 this year, so I had to go against the number 1 seed very first round, and I was seed 32 last year too. But the seating's probably the different part. The way they set it up, not so different. They had stands this time, and like electronically you could see like the scoreboard, the time, stuff like that. And they didn't have kids running the mats. They had like refs, adults who like knew what they were doing, wouldn't mess around. Quarters and semis were probably like any other tournament. I got to wrestle the Walnut girl that I lost to at CIF. Ended up beating her 6-2.
Nice.
I quite literally sat on her, and that's how I went to finals. But yeah, it was pretty cool. It was like any other tournament, those two matches.
Were there any other rematches from CIF or from Masters in the state?
Just the Walnut girl. I was hoping to see the San Dimas girl, but I made it finals. So.
Tyler, did you have any common opponents that you had during the year when you got to the CIF championship that you were familiar with when you wrestled?
I definitely didn't have anybody that I've wrestled before, but there were definitely people that I've seen wrestle, so I definitely had an idea of what I had to do.
So is there like a kind of like you're scouting them, you kind of know this guy does this or, something like that. So you have an idea when you hit the mat?
Oh, definitely. Like if I know I'm going to wrestle a winner of a certain match, then I'll like go out and watch it. I bet Vida's done that too, where we like go out and like see who we're about to wrestle. Really?
Whatever happens, happens. Damn. I mean, Satira, my dad will watch them. My dad will watch them, but I feel like if I watch them, I'll psych myself too much. So if whatever happens, happens for a reason. And yeah, like I've lost like 5 or 6 matches, and I feel like those have definitely helped me to get to the point where I am.
You learn from the matches you lost.
Yeah, every loss.
All right, well, you guys are both good students, over 3.0 students, great examples of student athletes at Cypress High. What are our plans after high school? Are we going to continue to wrestle? Do we know where we're going to school next year?
I don't know where I plan to go to college next year, but I know that I don't want to wrestle in college.
All done wrestling? Yeah. Enjoyed your 4 years, and that's it. Gonna hang them up.
Yeah.
Very good.
I'm gonna be wrestling in college. I'm not sure where I want to go yet. I was thinking about Cerritos with Coach Dustin, but then I know some of my teammates back at the club I train at, they want me to go to ELAC. But if a college comes up to me and says, hey, we'll give you a full ride, come to us, I'll probably go.
Free money is always good money, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, well, we come to the point of the show. We're going to do a little fast action questions. You're familiar with this. Tyler, first time doing this. Don't overthink it. Whatever comes to your mind first, answer the question. You good?
Yeah.
All right, if you were a professional wrestler, think about walking out of that tunnel. You're a professional wrestler. What would be your entrance song? What song are you entering on?
Clouded by Brent Fires or Redbone by Childish Gambino.
You know both those, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're on my playlist.
Okay. First thing that comes to mind, Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, there you go.
Coach Feldman would like that.
Yeah, we're talking about language on that one. Who's the first teammate to congratulate you after a match?
Satira.
Andy Perez.
Very good. Do you have a pro wrestling type of a nickname? Like if you were, what would be your pro wrestling nickname?
Squirrel.
Squirrel?
Yeah, we learned that a couple weeks ago.
I know, but come on.
That's an intimidating wrestling name.
Coming out,
Vida the squirrel.
something funny like Phantom Thrash or something stupid.
Okay, all right, I like it. Who is your biggest sports idol? Besides Coach Lundberg, I mean, he's famous. Sports idol.
I forgot her name. She beat Helen Morales. She is a 5-time world champion. She's barely 21, I believe. She wrestles for Japan. And Emma Elor of College Rec. She's a 3-time California state champion for 152s. She actually just broke the world record for being the first 18-year-old to win 3 world titles.
Probably Zahid Valencia, the 4-time state champ from State Jump Boston.
Wow.
And
Okay.
ASU Canadian World Team member.
Nice. Favorite ice cream shake flavor?
Oreos.
Butterbrickle from Boosters.
Butterbrick? Never had it. What's it
Try
like?
It's fire. It's like salted caramel and chocolate and like Heath kind of.
Oh, I'm liking
A lot of
that.
stuff happening in
Yeah,
there.
Heath Bar. That's a pretty good one from what I hear back in the day. What's one unique?
Anything with some caramel.
Right. What's one unique non-wrestling ritual that you might do before a big match? Kind of like, you wear favorite socks or something like that.
My favorite sports bra.
Sports bra.
I definitely have like my lucky socks, but me and my brother do this little thing where we do like 2 high fives and then we turn around and slap each other on the back really hard. That really gets you.
Get you
Brothers.
rolling. Favorite pizza to eat?
Hawaiian.
Hawaii.
Both on the Hawaiian. All right. Well, there you have it. Well, thanks again to our guests for today. Thanks to our sponsors, Subs and Grubs and Coach's Corner for supporting the show. Get over to Coach's Corner before and after the game. Try those pizzas out that they just said. I'm sure they got them over there. Just a reminder again, check out our Instagram page and follow us there. Check out the sports schedules for all the up-to-date information. Thank you all for watching. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you all again next week.